All right. So I've had this Metabo drill. Well, it's an impact driver, whatever you want to call it, for a pretty long time, right? It's been chewed up, it's been dropped, it's been used. Something interesting happened about 2 summers ago. I was drilling. I had a #2 Phillips head attachment on the end of this, and I was separating fence parts from it. Well, I had it in reverse because, you know, I want to reverse the screw out. That 3, maybe 4 inch long #2 drill bit, it wasn't even a drill bit, it was a what would you even call that, a Phillips head appendage, whatever. So I was holding the thing like this, I was drilling out, and I drilled almost all the way out, and then I hit the button again, and it jumped off, and it went in here all the way down my finger. It cut this nerve, ended up in my knuckle. So the reason that happened was because I thought it was in forward, or I thought it was in reverse, and it did the opposite thing that I thought it was. And I've been using this for the past 2 years. This is a Metabo SSD 18LTX200BL. I chose the Metabo line instead of going for Team Red, Team Yellow, Team Green, Team whatever, because at the time my drill that I'd bought from Metabo, it was made in Germany, right? German stuff, pretty good to go. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive, but pretty skookum. I had no problem doing that. So when I wanted a driver that worked with all my 18-volt Metabo batteries, this guy came up, and I was like, oh yeah, so I'll get that. And then I found out it's made in China, which is probably why it's fuckering off right now. So today I have a downturn in work, only because it's so freaking hot outside. It's 100 degrees outside. So I figure I'm gonna take this thing apart. I assume that the issue is not electronic. It has to be, I believe, mechanical. Something is telling this thing to go into reverse when you indeed have it in the driving forward position. Hopefully this does it first time. So I have it in forward, and let's see. Oh, I think my camera just moved. It sure as hell did it. All right, cool. It's going in reverse. Going reverse. Usually what I have to do is I go reverse to forward, and it goes in forward. But then eventually it'll start going reverse again without me selecting anything. And it's not going to do it right here, right now, because I'm trying to show you. But you saw it for your own eyes a second ago when I had it in forward. It wanted to go in reverse. There it goes. It did it again. No clue why that happened. So I'm going to take this sucker apart. Hopefully it's mechanical, because if not, she's chooched her last chooch. She's fuckered completely, and it's more Chinese freaking garbage. So we're going to take this thing apart and figure it out. So there's a lot of tool companies out there that use screws, and I applaud them when they use all the same size screws. It's a little thing that, you know, pisses me off when there's like 4 different fucking screws. You really don't know which one's going to which, so you have to separate them out, label them, tag them, whatever. This particular one, got my thumbs up on that because they all use the exact same screw. Another thing is we live in a society where everything is designed. It's starting to be designed. Fuck you, Ford, and fuck you, John Deere. So that they don't want you to fix anything, right? So what they do is they make clips and clamps and all kinds of stupid shit, and stickers. Hold on. They don't want you to open it up to see what they've done. They want you to ship it back to them and pay even more money to fix a tool that you've already bought. This clamshell seems like it wants to come apart, but It's being held by something up here. Don't know exactly what it is. Oh, that just says bad news all over it. Is it a clip or something on the inside? I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure this out without breaking it. I'll be right back. Alright, so after looking at it, this front cowling is held on by that pin that indexes underneath there. So you pull that pin out, or the clip rather, and this cowling comes off. So then we can go back to removing the clamshell. I said we can go back to removing the clam. There we go. And if anybody who's ever taken a tool apart knows, do it nice and slowly because there might be springs inside. So what causes the forward and back? Well, it's not mechanical. It's that freaking switch. There's apparently something wrong with that switch. Dust, faulty design. It is a default. Shit, I can't even really freaking see that. Hold on. Default, looks like an Alpha Golf Delta Dash 3100 Alpha. There's another number here, 34363132, and can't read the rest. But it's looks like a 24 volt or 2.4 volt. I don't know. It's really difficult to see the numbers that are on that. CGR00 Quebec 54. So it's at this point where I believe, I'm not an electronics technician, I'm a part swapper when it comes to electronics. But this guy, I bet you is the damn switch. You see it's all kinds of dusty, but this is the selector here. And we can take apart, where is my blade? There it is. You can take this plug off. Should be able to take the plug off. Being very careful so we don't damage it. There we go. And it just uses a wiper on the inside, but I bet you anything that's actually what it is. So it's not mechanical, it's gonna be electronic, but I'm gonna see if I can't clean all the schmoo out of there using some CRC electronics cleaner. It's kind of like brake clean, but it doesn't destroy the plastic. You know, it's one of those things, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you're gonna replace the switch. Is that a clip? That is indeed a clip. So I don't want to damage this. Is it glued to it? Well, I think it is. But let me go spray this thing off with some CRC electronics cleaner. I'll bring the can inside here in a second so I can show you what I use, and we'll get back to it. Alright, I think it was successful. This is the stuff I was telling you about, the QD electronic cleaner from CRC. The cool part about this, like I illuminated to a second ago, is this stuff does not contain the chemicals like brake cleaner, for example, that will turn all your plastics, pretty much all your plastics, especially on your connectors on vehicles. It makes makes the plastic really brittle. So it's great for cleaning up stuff like this. Now, I get all the stuff out of it. I really don't know if it did a great job on the inside without taking this apart, and I'm a little bit leery about taking it apart. Now, I'm trying to go back to Alpha Golf Delta dash 3100 Alpha. That's a default switch. Now that I can see a little bit better, part number might be that one I just gave you, or the 34341132010. I think that's an 8. So yeah, let's go with that. It's one of those two numbers. So if this doesn't work, I'm gonna start seeing if I can't track down a replacement switch and just replace that guy. So yeah, it's not mechanical, it's electric, or electronic rather. And this is actually super glued, or some kind of adhesive to keep that shape so it doesn't bugger off. But I mean, if it's just dust that did this, it's, in my opinion, it's a shitty design. These things are going to get dropped in dirt. You got drywall dust, you got freaking sawdust. Yeah, this is all drywall dust here. Look at this. I mean, the thing's going to get dirty. So how about let's stop using wiper style switches unless they have a wiper for the wiper. You know, like a silicone. You know, certain suppressors are built this way where they have a silicone face, and then as the bullet goes through, there's wipers that they don't clean the bullet, but it can be used in that case. In this, all it does is just keeps the blast gases inside the suppressor, therefore making it a little bit more quiet. But if dust and debris gets in there, I'm assuming can cause this thing not to work properly, especially because of the switching. Now, the wiper itself never had a problem with it, but dust and debris getting in there has done something to this default switch that it doesn't register that, hey, I'm in reverse and hey, I'm in forward. It always does this to me. It always starts in reverse, even if I have it selected for forward. So I mean, maybe somebody can come up with a brilliant solution to fix that, because after all, these tools, if you use them for what they're made for, they're going to get filthy, they're going to get dirty, they're going to get schmoo stuck in there. I mean, this thing's built really well. All the key parts that I can see, yeah, they're dirty, but I mean, dirty is a subjective term. It's relatively clean. Just it seems that this switch doesn't like any kind of dirt, dust, debris, what have you. So I'm gonna put this thing back together and we'll see what we got. All right, got it all back together. That friggin' clip is kind of a dick to put back on, but you know, we got it done. All right, so put the battery on. We are in drive mode going forward. Let's see if it goes that way or does it go this way. Holy shit. This entire time. It was a dirty switch. The dirty switch, not my ex-wife. Different one. Yeah, this stuff right here. Sealed the deal. Won the day. I'm almost out of beer, so I'm gonna call that a win, gents. So if you have a problem that's similar to what I was experiencing with your Metabo SSD 18LTX200 Bravo Lima brushless, made by the Chi-Com slaves, go ahead and clean the fucking switch, and you'll probably be good to go. If this thing does fuck her off, I'll give an update, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it. All right, enjoy.